Hi, Flosstube, it's Janet with Janet Jabber. I'm coming at you with episode 309. If you're a new friend to my channel, thank you for stopping by. Please stick around and I hope you enjoy yourself. And if you're a returning friend, thank you so much for coming back this week. I have stitching to share. I have crazy personal updates to share. I had a very exciting week and I usually share that stuff at the end. So hope everybody's doing great, and let's dig into this. I want to remind everybody in the description box below, I have a Happy Mail form that it collects addresses so that I can send out Happy Mail. It's something I just love doing on this channel, and there's some other information there. I'm trying to find information on the Coloris color chart. I will. Hopefully that has been corrected by the time this video comes up and it's in that description box. But all that to say, there is a description box down there. So one of the other things that we do on this channel on the regular is a featured friend segment. So my featured friend this time is Chrissy. Chrissy is a very good friend of mine and she's traveling this week. So safe travels, Chrissy. All right, what do I have for you? The first thing that I have for you is a Primrose July freebie that she had, and it is Hello Summer. So cute. I love the coloring. She got that thing stitched, and she is always somebody that I can trust to remind me that is out there and I need to grab it. The next thing that she shared with me, she literally was just at a retreat, an Annabella retreat in the Smoky Mountains, and this design that she has is a design by Little Robin Designs, and the paisley and polka dots helped them finish it, paint it up and finish it at retreat. I love it. I love the colors of that, and it is 100% like a Smoky Mountain vibe. So thank you very much for sharing that with us, Chrissy. I love sharing, and you are always a faithful that I can grab something from. So thank you very much. If you would like to be shown on this featured friend, just send me an email at janetjabber@gmail.com. I just put it in the queue, and as they come up, I grab them and share them. And this is very much loved to see. You see different finishes, different stitching, possibly than I even stitched. So I know I had a request on here to see more of my kitty cat. He is his own person. He did get down. You probably heard the drop, and he rubbed the tripod a little bit, but he only comes up here when he wants. He wants lovin's right now for sure. But if he appears, you'll get your sighting. Come on, oh, Ollie, kitty, 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 kitty. Come here. Come here. He's looking at me like, what are you talking about? I'll do what I want. All right, so let's talk about our stitching, and we'll see if he comes up here. My stitching this week was it's not up to par yet, but you have assured me, just do me. So I am doing that. So the next one is so close to a finish, and it is my Seasonal Summer Sampler by Blue Ridge Designs. It is originally designed in a solid monochromatic color. I use Coloris. This one is 4502, and this is the question that's asked. So there are 4 colors in here, and there is a chart online. It's the Disorderly Stitcher that asked this, and I love the question. So, and then I take this plus the 4 colors that are in here, and then I throw them on the chart. You ask, where is it on mine? And it was hard to see on the picture. That's because I kind of just go with it. I will show you. I print off, just real quick, I print off the chart, and then I take color pencils because I kind of have to have a little bit of a plan. And I'm like, okay, where am I putting it? I have 100% on every single one of these. Put it on a border somewhere. So for me, this is where I'm at. I'm almost done. I just got to get summer done. I finished off the alphabet this week. So like for me, for this one, it is here in this border. And then I put it around this, which will say summer. I added it to that basket because I thought it would be fun. So, and then like it has been lucky so far that there's been 4 big elements because there's 4 colors. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I just kind of like play with it. So my vine here is the green in the Coloris. And then if you notice the pinks, they're barely different, but they are. So on this particular one, I did the pattern of 2 dark, 2 light, 2 dark, 2 light. And then I went there, and then I would feel where it needed to be. I know that sounds really weird and it's not really helpful, but I just allowed myself the freedom to do that. Oh wait, Coloris is here too. So, and then there's things like, I was like a pink face, and that looked like blueberries, and blueberries needed a leaf. So that and then a blue vase with green stems, and I chose the lighter pink here because I put the darker pink here. And so that's kind of just literally what I do. And one other place, the Coloris. Oh, look at that funky roof. That's the Coloris. So I hope that helps. I just kind of go with it. And you're going to see one more of these because I'm going to finish this off and then I'll be getting the one for fall prepared to start on the first day of fall, autumn, whatever. So I hope that explains and that is helpful. I do enjoy doing that with that color scheme. So another thing that I stitched on this week, I just noticed I'm missing something. Oh well. Is my Frogwarts year 4. I pulled that out and did some stitching on it. It was actually fun to get it back out, so it must be calling to me. So this is where I'm at on it. And I did this little symbol here, and I started on this right here. I love Harry Potter, but I am not a know all the things. And so my goal was to reread the book and watch the movie, and I've kind of fallen behind on that. So that it would come to me why these things were on the chart. But the thing that I said I'm missing is my mini village for the month of August. Whatever stitches I put in, I had to take back out. So I'll show you it next week for sure when I've got more stitching on it. The next thing that I have that I did stitch on was Christmas Gingerbread Village by Little Fox Stitching. It'll look like this. This is way bigger than I thought it was going to be. So I stitch on this every single month. I try to get some stitches on it. And happily to report, I'm going to show it to you all, and then I'll show you what I stitched on. Here's where it all is. And then what I did was I wanted to do more fill-in, but I had to prep it. So I put those little guys in on both sides. And then I pulled out, I worked on the Santa some more. So some brown there, the brown in the stem here, the brown in the stem here. I did the brown here for this tree to start building that tree. So just a little bit plugging away. I try to put 300 stitches in at a time and see where I can get to on this as I move along. So that is what I do with that. The next one that I was determined, this is a Whipco. You're going to hear me. I'm almost done showing you my stitching, but I'm behind on stitching. My Whipco, one of the calls was C, so I did Charlotte, and my Mirabilia Charlotte is not going to look like this. I'm doing Melissa conversion on this, and it is blue, and it is gorgeous. So this is where I'm at on it. I basically filled in I did 500 stitches on this, so I filled in the rest of this. This is completely here, and now it is time to work on that big bow. And if you've been here for a while, I have told you I'm cutting her off, and I am going to cut her off. Basically, I'm chopping it there. I think she still looks glorious, and she's just going to kind of look like a portrait mode, I think. I could change my mind, and I'm not going to lie. If I change my mind, I'll keep going because I do love this color. I love how it's looking, but we'll see. I'm going to start with that bow and see where I go. Ha! Look, I think I'm so funny. One more thing to show you, and I only got a pumpkin on it, so one motif on this. This is from the Halloween magazine this year, and my friend Jenny inspired me, and this is where I'm at. So I didn't even use the colors that are called for. I just went in there to my miscellaneous fibers, and I started pulling. So all I did was add the pumpkin there. I want to continue. This one's easy for me to stitch on, so I want to continue to plug away at that and see where I get in regards to that as far as project-ish goes. The next thing I had to show you is one piece of haul. Next month, my September mini village came in from Sammy at Tiny Hummingbird Stitchery. Ollie, if you want to be loved on, come here. They want to see you. Come here, big boy. He's so big. Ugh. Ollie, look, people want to see you. He's like, I'm camera shy. Okay, can you get back here? Okay, no. Okay, he's such a big boy. He's such a big boy. He knocks my camera and everything. All right, we're back. That was your sighting. He's up here on the table now, but he is stubborn. He's just a stubborn cat, and he scratched me, a little stinker. Fully loaded stubborn cat is what he is. All right, so that's all the stitching I have to share. I did mention goal-wise, I'm behind on my August goals. I really think that we'll see how I get, but I have a plan to get all of them done this week. I don't have a lot of scheduled things, so I think I can get it done. The big thing is my retirement party this coming weekend, which I'm pretty much ready for other than the day of, so we'll see where I get to that. It's just kind of like a stop by and say, hey, retirement party. And then that's it as far as the stitching world goes. I still have new starts I want to do. I told you guys I was so excited about the football thing, and then I have fallen behind on it. So I will catch up, or I'll just start in regular season. That's what I'll do. One of the two. That's what I'll do. Okay, so that being said, what has caused my crazy this week? I have been on so many adventures this week that I am excited to share. I took notes because I was like, I am not going to remember all this stuff. So one of the first things that I did midweek was I attended my first ever retiree meeting. I took a picture of myself outside the building for proof of going. And it's not required. It's something through my union, but it's how you stay attached and if you have questions and whatnot like that. So next month, the people that deal with our insurance will be there, and I can learn any ins and outs in regards to that. So I definitely will be going again next month. It was fun to see people that had retired, people that knew my daddy. If you remember, I was on here saying how I had been kind of sad. My mom and dad, not kind of, a lot sad, that my mom and dad are not here to witness this transition in my life. Well, some of Dad's good friends that he had worked with over the time were at that meeting and gave me the hugs and the loves and told old stories, and it was a blessing beyond blessings to have been there. So that was one thing that I did. Another thing, that same day, I was on a mission to get a butterwort plant. It is a carnivore plant. My daughter told me about this via TikTok. Sometimes we get the drain gnats or fruit gnats are in the house, and this plant supposedly eats them. So I was like, let me see into this. Well, it took me 3 different places before I found it, and the place I did find was amazing, and I could see myself turning into a plant person. But she was so informative. She didn't just, here's the plant and send you on your way. I got a card. She gave me instructions on how to take it. I fell in love with this little girl. I was like, you are my friend now. But it was fun. I definitely, anyway, it was fun. And totally going back there for sure. I bought 2. They're 2 little teeny tiny ones. If I have a picture, I'll put it here. And they basically, the leaves are like a sweet, sticky smell, and it attracts them. So, and then they get stuck on there, and then it dissolves into the plant. More than you probably asked or wanted to know from a cross stitch channel, but I'm here to share my adventures. Then I went to a quilting class. I am making a I Spy or a hide and seek quilt. This is one of the squares. This square is just a sample to see that I could make it. So every other square looks like this. The other ones are like 5 inches and put it together. And I'm not making a big one. It's going to be like, I don't know, 30 by 36 or something like that, just so they can put on their laps when they're in the car and they can play games. And then last but not least at all, because I had a huge weekend, I had huge weekend of my husband and I going on this camping float adventure. So a girlfriend of mine we've been friends with from the day she hired, practically from the day she hired in. So almost 28 years of us being friends. She's been doing this for a while, where she gets a group together and they camp out the night before, have bonfire, whatnot. They went out to dinner. We went out to dinner. And then the next morning you get up and you get to the destination, which is like 10 minutes down, not even 10 minutes, 5 minutes down the road, and sign in, and you get a tube. So my husband and I both had a tube, and then you get a cooler tube. So we had a cooler that had our lunch and some drinks in it, and then everybody gets together and they tie you all together in a barge. There was 27 of us, I think, or 28, biggest one ever she's done. And she's done this so long that she knows there's certain spots along the path. It's 3.5 miles long. There's certain spots that she stops the barge, and we hang out. I mean, we were tossing footballs, having drinks, having a good old time. And once we get back, we come back, and then we have a cookout together. Hot dogs and brats were had. Everybody brings a dish to share, and finish the day out that way. Get up the next morning, break camp, and go. we ended up breaking camp that night after dinner. Jeff and I ended up heading home. He was just like, the bed was terrible where we were sleeping. And he was like, let's just get home. He's like, I think I can do this. So we packed up, headed home, and slept in our own bed that night, which was huge. And then all day Sunday, I felt so productive since I was home, and had a good night's sleep, that like I just busted out things around here. I just feel so good in regards to what was accomplished on Sunday leading into the week. So all that to say, it was a good weekend. If you stuck around to listen to my adventures, I hope you enjoyed the pictures. I hope you had a good time. I missed the grandkids, but they still are along for the ride-ish, you know, like taking our walks, doing our playtime, doing all that kind of stuff. So if I have pictures of them, I showed them right here. Yeah, it's a wild ride right now. I do need to feel like I need to settle in. I think, like, in my head, I'm like, okay, after this retirement party, but then I'm like, okay, maybe 1 week after that, because my daughter and son-in-law are in a wedding, and I have the grands for a weekend. So, and then, I don't know, like, it's just life, and I'm just life and life over here, and my stitching is being affected, but I want to get back into the groove. And I think with the cooler temperatures, things start slowing down. So we'll see what life brings me. We'll see what I bring to stitch next week to share with you. I know this is a shorter video than you're used to, but even when they're short, I'm not going to miss coming to see you guys. So I love talking to you. I love updating you on life. And I love hearing from you. So please keep commenting and keep being around. And I'm going to keep showing up. That's what I can promise you. I will keep showing up for you. So with that, I'm going to get out of here so you can get on the next video. And what adventures you have for this week, please keep stitching, enjoy life. And I'm sending you so much love. Bye.